You probably remember that last winter was relatively snow-free, at least compared to average. Less than an inch in Philadelphia, Harrisburg only 5, State College around a foot, Pittsburgh about 22 inches, Erie only 68 inches. Almost makes you forget what average winter snowfall is. Well, we wouldn't want that to happen. Here's the average courtesy of the Weather Service. The colors tell the story well. Let's start at the high end. The lightest pink you see here adjacent to Lake Erie and also a bit in the Laurel Highlands is 100 inches or more. The next two levels of pink represent 70 to 100. The darkest blue is 60 to 70, and then increasingly lighter shades of blue take us down to 30 to 40 inches. The areas in green in a small part of southwestern Pennsylvania and much of the southern and eastern part of the state are in the 20 to 30 inch range, with a few places even less than that. Now let me circle the 5 snowiest locations on the map. Now 4 are near the lake, the other is in the Alleghenies. Now the numbers are too small to read, so here they are in a table. And keep in mind, these are only places at which the Weather Service has official numbers. On top of the list is Laurel Summit in Somerset County, above 2,700 feet in elevation. That's about 12.5 feet per winter. Union City and Corry are both in eastern Erie County, about 30 miles inland and 700 feet higher than the lake. That extra elevation means a bit more snow than right on the lake at Erie. So briefly back to the original map. The pattern here is strongly tied to proximity to the lake and also to elevation. And to explore that relationship, I'm going to plot average annual snowfall as a function of elevation for all the places we have official data. And notice that generally, the higher the elevation gets, the more the average snowfall. Mathematically, we can draw a line of best fit through these points and quantify the correlation between elevation and snowfall. On a scale of 0 to 100, it's about 53%, which statistically speaking is moderately correlated. Now there are some outliers here, points that stick out from the rest. Laurel Summit is one of those. That's the loner on the upper right. But take a look at the 5 points I'm circling that are kind of apart from the others. These places average more snow than you would expect based on their elevation. And that's because they're all in Crawford or Erie County, where they get a serious boost from lake effect. If we take those 5 points away, the correlation value between elevation and snowfall goes up to 67%, which is close to being a high correlation. Now to close, here's the annual snowfall normals for some of the major sites, computed from the 30-year period, 1981 to 2010. Once 2020 is over, the Weather Service will recompute these values using 1991 to 2020, essentially replacing the 1980s with the 2010s. So here's my estimate of what the new normals will look like. The numbers below each show the change from the normal we're currently using. And generally, western Pennsylvania and areas prone to lake effect will go up a few inches, while central Pennsylvania will go down a little, which certainly agrees with my local experience here. The last decade has not been that snowy. Is there any snow in our extended forecast? Well, stay tuned. Those details are next.